You're kicking it with G on your favorite station.
The perfect station.
92 KELZ, the only station with new music, new artists, new sound.
It's another week. You're kicking it with G Casso and
Hey, Charlie Moore.
hey, 92 KELZ. But we are back with Miss Hattie. How you doing?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. Charmaine.
Hattie The Great. Sorry. I love her. Like, we've been having this off-air talking.
Right.
It's really making me feel good right now. I love
thank you. That's what I do.
But we definitely here to talk about the winner's circle
Yes.
and help. Everything help. Why we get help, if we need help, will we take help?
Will we ask for help?
All of it.
All of it.
But definitely just hop right back into this conversation we was talking about off air. But just that I want to just start on just like, where do we go to for help? Like if it's anything we're trying to achieve, like should we ask our friends?
No.
Should we
I don't ask my friends for help.
reach out to people that's already doing it for doing help? But you should be able to ask your friends for help though.
You should and you shouldn't.
Why not?
I'm going to say you should because your circle of friends should be a circle that kind of goes in the same direction that you were headed in. So they should be as resourceful as you are to them. However, my first instinct is to always go to my mentors. I'm really huge on that. Like, I'm going to go to my mentors. Usually because my mentors are where I'm trying to go. So they already know how to link me to the end result, right? And then they always give me wise counsel. Sometimes your friends are just as emotional and impulsive as you are.
Agreed.
You know, like sometimes they're your yes man.
Yeah.
They disagree with you on other things, but not everything, right? So like I'm the type of person, I just can't, I'm just not going to go to my first impulse really is going to be my mentors. Like I'm calling them up. I'm gonna be like, let's have dinner. I'm paying for dinner. Like, I'm broke, but I'm gonna pay for dinner. Like I'm about to sit with you and really go through my life, and I need you to help me sort it out.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know. Actually, I don't even think a lot of people even know what help is. Don't know how to give it. Don't know how to achieve it. Nothing.
What do you mean, like help?
People would think what help is sharing on Facebook. That's what they think help is right now, social media.
Well, maybe sometimes that's all they have.
I feel like it has to be bigger than that. Because everybody wants help, but let's just be honest. You could put something out right now and you probably get 5 likes on the people that really mess with you.
But wait, are you making help and support the same thing?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
do
we really understand what help is?
Because sometimes help is just resource. Give me the resource. You don't even have to let anybody know about it. You don't even have to show up. Just give me the money. I need the money. Give me the money. Right?
That is what a lot of people
You
want.
may
That's
not
what
even
help is
support
for a
my
lot of people.
dream.
Just
You
give me
may
the
not
money.
even agree with what I'm doing. But you can just give me the money. Help is different. Support is I'm there. When anyone ever asks me who can do this, this, and this, and if I'm in that field and you're putting my name out there and you're referring me to people, you're my walking business card.
Support.
That's support
Okay.
to me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
Yeah. I just think that it depends. When you say help, I was just kind of stuck as to like, what did you mean? Did they need some sort of help with a relationship that they're going through, or if it's something they need some sort of financial help?
Yeah.
But as far as business goes, I think there's a lot of help out there, but people don't know where to look for the help. And I think when you start a business, I was talking to someone about them coming up having a business the other day, and I'm like, well, do you have a business plan? That's first and foremost. Anytime you are going to be going out to someone and asking them to, hey, can you invest in my business? You definitely want to have a business plan, because whomever you're talking to, they're going to know, hey, show me what you're working with. Don't just tell me about it. I need to see something on paper.
And that's exactly what you just said. A lot of people are scared of the paper.
Yeah. They're scared of the paper. With anything, if you're trying to get from point A to point B, you're going to have to take those steps to get you there.
Yeah.
Do a business plan. Make sure your credit's together. Build some strong business credit, or if you don't even have a business, because with the business plan, you can go to the SBA, Small Business Association, you go to the bank. There's a lot of angel investors out there. There's crowdfunding now available. Get creative, make a video, put it on the crowdfunding site. Tell people what you're working with. I think transparency is the key right now to anything.
Yeah.
People want someone people are going to feel compelled to help you when you can be transparent with them. They want to know that they can trust you. They want to know that you are worth them investing their dollar in whatever it is you're doing. I think right now, if you have a lack of help, you don't have a pool of people that you can get funding from, crowdfunding will be your best friend, because strangers are not as quick to judge you as someone that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
you know, because you could put a call out, hey guys, I need $500 to do this. You're more likely to get a stranger to help you than you will your own family member or friend.
Yeah.
It's
That is
sad,
fact.
but that's
You're
just the
more
way that
likely,
it is.
the stranger is more likely to give you the $500 up
Facts.
front, and
Yeah.
your friend is more likely to maybe drop $5.
No questions
With some
asked.
interest on
With
it.
some interest, maybe.
And no questions asked. So then the thing is, it's just like, even just as far as people putting out a SOS on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform they prefer. When you ask for help, you got to know how to ask for help. It's
Yeah.
not just saying, hey, I'm trying to start a business. Be specific with it. Hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to start a business on the Upper East Side. I'm opening up a tennis shoe company. I need to get inventory. I'm trying to have a 500 square foot location. It's going to cost this much. You have to be very transparent and open with whatever it is you do, because if I'm putting my money up on something, I need you to sell me on the dream.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just give me some vague interpretation of what it is you're trying to do. Convince me that it's worth me putting up this money, you know. And that's, but help, you got to know how to ask for the help. The help is out there. Because everyone has had some type of help in some form or fashion in anything that they do. No one walking the street today can't say that no one has ever helped them with something. I've helped someone cross the street. It's help out there.
Yeah.
Why do people put levels on help? Like you just said, because you can help somebody and they quick to forget. A year passed, ain't nobody ever helped me with nothing. I did everything on my own.
Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. I have family members that have done it. I'm like, do you remember? And then that makes me want to just start keeping a journal. Back in 1996,
Receipts.
Seriously, like people, and I put so many people on, but I feel like they don't have to give me credit, because I know what I've done in my heart, and I know that I'm a very spiritual person. The universe is taking tabs.
Yeah.
Let's just stop right there. Speaking of that, that is one person I know that she is very helpful. Like, I met Hattie, it was a couple years back. And that was one of the only people I know, after reaching out to so many people, that was willing to just reach out, just help. Hey, let's meet, let's see what's going on. Went step by step, this is what you needed. Helpful to help you get it out. But everybody not like that.
But you usually see, because I had this conversation with my mom recently, you'll usually see people who are, I'm not going to say better off than other people, but it's usually people who have an abundance of resources and abundance of things coming towards them that are more giving. So like you said, the universe is keeping tabs. You're always going to receive if you're so willing to give.
Yeah.
And in most times, wealthy people are going to be the most willing people to share their resources.
Yeah.
It may not just be financially wealthy, but their business may be flourishing, or you usually see those type of people. It's usually the people who are struggling a little bit with their business, or struggling a little bit, with where they're at in life, that they don't ever want to share. It's like, they're like, no, it's mine.
Is it the same with information, though?
That's what I'm talking about,
You're talking about,
information.
I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence with that.
What do you mean?
From your end, you probably, but I didn't experience more people that have been in positions to actually help people and be real shady with the information.
About
that
information?
what they give. It's not you trying to go, but just trying to learn your way, just asking certain questions. People be real gimmicky about what they say.
See, I've always had people who are doing, not people who are trying to perceive themselves to be doing well, but people who are really doing well in their business have always been the most willing to give information.
It's been different for me.
It's always been people who make it seem like their business is going really well, but then you can see that they're barely holding it together. Those are the ones that really
Which brings me to another thing. Is it different for when men try to find out something than when women try to find out something?
To me, I don't discriminate. Whoever comes to me, if I just feel like they got a good energy about them, good spirit, I'm willing to help in whatever way I can. But along with the help comes work that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Like, I can lead you to the water, but I can't pick a cup up and
make you drink
it. A cup of water and make you drink it. And that's the problem that I see with a lot of people, because a lot of people have dreams, but they don't have the ambition to make their dreams a reality. Yeah. And it's the thing, it's like I come across so many brilliant, so many gifted, so many talented people that are just sitting on their talents. I'm like, you're sitting on $1 billion. Just get up and take the necessary steps to make it happen. But like back to your question, whether it be man, woman, or child, I mean, I'm willing. Whoever is willing to listen, who's ever willing to take the information that I give them and help them to catapult them into that next level in life, I'm here for them, as long as it's not draining me, because I don't feel like it doesn't take anything from me to help deposit greatness into you. By making you wiser, making you stronger, making you more educated about whatever decisions you need to make in life, that's making me a better person. So I love to give whenever I can.
Now, with that, I feel like it's a double-edged sword. And the only reason why I say that is because just the way how the world lives. Like, when it comes to accepting for as like a man role and learning things, everything is so hard. So to be able to sit in the one spot and be with a man for so long, it's almost like it's frowned upon, like it's real strategic. But when you with a woman, everything's so soft, it's so open. You can bust things off the wall, everybody's brain is working. It feels like things flow a whole lot smoother.
So you like working with women better than men?
No, I'm open with both, but I'm just saying, as far as how things go, it seems like people gravitate more to working with women because things are so smooth.
Well, it's so weird because I was in bed last night thinking, and I was just like, does this make me a strange person? Because I do prefer to be in the company of men. I don't have anything wrong. I don't have an issue with women, but I just remember as a little kid, 2 years old, I used to hang at the barnyard with my uncles, and I'd just be around there with them. They're dealing with the horses. So I grew up around men, so I naturally gravitate to wanting to be in the presence of men. I just love the conversation. We're chopping it up, talking, and I'm like, I'm a girly girl, but I love to be in the presence of men.
Yeah, same for me. And everyone in my family has been in business, but I've always learned the tricks of the trade from the men in my family. My father's been in business, my uncles have been in business, and they've always given me like the real up and up. Because they're like, all right, you want to be in business, you got to learn how to be like this. Even when I was in high school, my dad's friend, he was a real estate investor back home, a very wealthy older white man, and instead of working, my dad had me every weekend go sit with him. He was like, because if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to know what they know, and you know what they know,
right?
And he would give me the up and up, so I gravitate to men because I feel like they're very raw. There's nothing hidden. Men are just like off the cuff, so if they don't like you, they'll just be like, I don't like that idea. Let's do something else.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of talking.
And a man is what men. Two men in particular that I've had the pleasure of them being in my life really molded me and motivated me to be the person that I am today because of their just inspiring words and motivation. You know.
I agree. I mean, I love my mentors. I have women mentors, and I have one male mentor. But I've always just been better working business with men. I guess also because like I can be, when it comes to business, I can be like a little more forthcoming, and men are sensitive to me personally. So they really are. But when we get into those like conversations, they tend to like leave their emotions a little bit behind, and we can just get to the point.
Right.
But it's hard though. I feel like it needs to be more men actually lifting more men up, man. It's actually hard.
Really?
Man, I'm telling you.
That's
crazy.
Surprising to hear that because I thought it was that brotherly love going on.
Me too. I thought it was the good old boys club.
But see, that's what people that you know. When it comes to actually helping people outside of your circle, things get real retarded.
Well, I mean, I guess that's to be expected because y'all aren't just going to be just opening up to anybody.
Everybody's playing.
You ain't got to just open up to a stranger like, hey, bro, can you put me on? You know, it's just like I don't think men are wired to be that. Whereas women, we're easily more. We're approachable.
You're gonna ask those questions. A guy's not gonna ask those questions because it feels like it's killing to his pride, and they're like, I ain't finna go over there and ask him to help me with nothing. Like he ain't finna tell me that he put me on later on in life. That's really what's going on in the community.
Really?
Well, then you should start an organization that allows that. Well, we know when they walk through those doors, this is what's allowed. It's allowed to ask questions and to put your pride to the side.
And you know what I'm gonna get hit with? Who am I?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You have to. I think.
I'm telling you.
For you to want change, you're gonna have to get over that initial.
No,
feeling.
I agree. I'm definitely over, but we talking about just the people coming in general. We can put together a secret test, and we will get different results.
Make it happen.
Do it.
And I think also starting with the youth. Because if you want to change that mentality and that culture, you definitely got to start with the youth, because they're the ones that's going to be making decisions one day, you know.
And we learn from what we've seen before.
Yeah.
So, you know, they may have seen men in their lives handle business a certain way.
Agreed.
But if they see somebody that they look up to handle business differently, network different, you know, communicate and be open and be able to share that creative energy space with other men and not feel like I have to dominate over you.
Yeah.
It may change things.
Yeah, he can change the narrative like that. You know,
do it.
You could do it.
Be an outlier.
Get some key figures. Get some key figures in society that don't mind opening up and sharing their story. Invite people out. Do like a men's brunch. Men don't even do brunch.
Men don't brunch.
I want to say y'all lying, right? I want to stop it right
now. They
now.
got the girls brunch.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, we brunch.
Where?
We just don't brunch together.
Y'all need to brunch together. Y'all need to have a men's brunch.
You know what? You know what is crazy? Actually, it's funny. So, my brother, he has his business, and when he first got into like the beginning of his business, he had some friends who are professionals, and they were new friends for him, so it was new, and they had invited him to brunch. And it was so funny because he was like, I don't know what to wear. I don't know, because they're this. And I'm like, oh, y'all go through this too. This is probably why y'all don't brunch with each other. Because y'all are like, what am I going to wear? Like, I don't know these people. Like, what do we talk about? He's like, because I don't know. Do we just talk about business? Do we not? And I'm like, this is great. You should do it.
You should do it. You should start it small, like maybe 30, 50 people, and then just let it grow.
Yeah.
Because that could be a new wave. Men brunching, y'all discussing business, sports, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can actually have fun without a bunch of ladies in the room.
Y'all really can. And have a whole bunch of...
The brotherhood.
The brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Y'all coming up with these ideas. This sounds real nice, right?
I mean, yes. Anybody listening, don't take that idea. G's going to do
Because
that.
they got all these like baddies that brunch, women that brunch. They have all these different things.
We have so many brunches. I don't even like breakfast.
That's because
like
y'all
that.
love to eat. Everybody know y'all love to eat.
Men
so
love
brunch,
to eat too,
of
though.
course
Y'all
we
love
do.
to eat.
Of course we do, but y'all really love to eat.
Yeah.
If there's any restaurants out there that are listening to us that would like to work with G on this men's brunch, hit us up.
Turkey leg hut.
Turkey
I'm over there
leg hut.
throwing their name out there like they don't even do brunch, but that would be a good, cool thing
Lucille's.
to do. Because everyone loves them. Turkey or Lucille's.
Lucille's would be great.
Lucille's is pretty nice. But back to this this winner circle. How did you even start that? Like, how did that come about?
Well, it was just my thing to want to inspire a group of people to just be millionaires. I was just like, let's work together to create this millionaire pact, and we're all working hard. We're all, like you said, everybody has a dream. No matter what your dream is, if you want to sell peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on the corner on the block, you can become a millionaire doing it. I've seen it happen. A peanut butter and jelly food truck. I always tell people about this story.
God.
But
She said, "Oh my God."
it's just like you know what I'm saying. It's just people we're depositing greatness in each other. We're inspiring. We're teaching. We're learning. We're sharpening each other. You know what I'm saying. We're keeping each other on track to just say, hey, you know what I'm saying. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know, fuck your excuses. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. If you want to be in a better place than you were yesterday, you got to take the necessary steps to make it happen. And we got to let go of the excuses. We got to let go of the what ifs, the can'ts, the fears, the doubts, and really just start believing in ourselves, believing in yourself, and making it happen. I was on a conversation with a young lady before I got here. I said they put a man on the moon. I said they got a robot on Mars sampling soil. Somebody thought of that. That was somebody's idea. If they can put a man on the moon, anything that you think of is not impossible. It's possible. But how willing and how hard are you going to work? How many sleepless nights are you going to have? How long are you going to wreck your brain? How much information are you going to read? How many hands are you going to shake? How many doors are you going to knock on in order to make this dream possible?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Socrates had a quote. I think Plato, one of them, down at the water. Guy was gasping for air. He was saying, I want wisdom. He stuck his head underwater. He said, how bad do you really want this wisdom? He stuck his head underwater again. He said, until you want wisdom and knowledge so much that you can't breathe, that it's just worth your last breath, your last piece of existence, that's when you'll get it. It's time to go the extra mile. It's time to do what we've never done before. It's time to bend backwards. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You got to let people go. In order to go far, sometimes you got to go alone. You got to be that lone goat standing at the top of the mountain. You got to say goodbye to some people. You got to stop taking people's phone calls because they're blocking your concentration. It's time. You got to zone in. You got to hone in on whatever it is you want. You got to sleep it, eat it, shit it. You got to think it. You got to drink it. You got to whatever. It's just, y'all know where I'm going with that. But the thing is, you got to be so caught up and so into your dream that it's almost like it's your religion. It's like it's something that you're manifesting, that your day can't go by without you thinking about. You waking up, it's right there on the mirror. It's sleeping next to you on your pillow.
Yeah.
It's like you have to really just, it has to be you. You have to become it in order for it to be able to happen and be manifested in your life.
Have you always had that perspective about, business or just, life? Have you always had this perspective?
I think so, because I had to, because I always just tell people I had a very disturbing upbringing as a child, and it was just like I had to always see the silver lining in everything.
Okay.
So in order for me to be able to survive and know that, hey, it's, what I'm saying, it's a light at the end of the tunnel, I was in a dark tunnel, but I saw that light there, and I just kept going, and I knew one day I would make it there.
But see, that's what a lot of people don't know. They don't really know what that actually looks like. Like the want and the push and the will to constantly go without nothing. Because a lot of people be like, well, if this doesn't work out, like I still have to live and do this, so I can't really just put all my eggs in this basket
But you
and
can.
put this. But I'm just saying, a lot of people don't know what it looks like. They can hear it all day, hear it, but actually putting it into motion, like I said, that ambition, they just don't have it.
I think too many people are looking for a specific way for it to work. And like what you were saying is, especially if it's something that's authentic and unique to you, there isn't going to be a roadmap. There's going to be things that are similar that you can take from. You pull from here, you pull from there, you pull from here, and then you make it your own.
I think that's the problem. People expect it to happen the exact same way that they
over
see
and over
it
again.
at.
Like, I put in this, I get this output. It's not an equation for life, right? You could fail a bunch of times.
Yeah.
As much as I don't necessarily like Trump.
I actually think that's the key to success.
What do you mean?
The failing part.
I think it's perfect. Like I said, I don't like Trump, but the man's been able to fail a lot of times.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Get back up.
I always quote, not even quote, just always refer to Thomas Edison, if he was in fact the father of the light bulb. But I'm like, he tried
I don't believe it.
9,999 times. What if he had given up on 9,998? We wouldn't even have a light bulb day. But something in him made him driven to try. 10,000 times, bro.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of. How many people out here really trying something 10,000 motherfucking times? Excuse
Nobody's
my
trying it
language.
10 times.
I mean, like, they not even trying. And then I'm like, and then you giving up like salespeople. I think they're like the salespeople. They my heroes. Because
Seriously.
they have probably knocked at 1,000+ doors before they even got to that yes. Those people,
That's a lot of doors you knock.
they knocking at a lot, and those people, they can sell you on anything. Some of the most successful people in the world are salespeople. These network marketing people, because they know how to sell, and they're okay with no.
Yeah.
Because they know at the end of that no is going to be somebody that says yes. And that's what's just like, you just got to believe. But I think people aren't built tough anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are just looking for the easy way out. But then I'm like, all right, I can live in a world with those people looking for the easy way out, because there's so many opportunities out there. I'm gonna just throw my net in the ocean. I'm gonna grab hold of all
the
of them,
fish, yeah.
and then I'm gonna just dish them out to whoever want them.
Yeah.
Because I can't do everything. But the thing is, we gotta have an equal balance in the world. Because everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be a boss. Because if you a boss, you're gonna need some workers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna motivate, but this message ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Whoever needs to hear it is gonna hear it. Who needs to wake up is gonna wake up. I appreciate the sleep. Y'all stay asleep, because that reminds me why I need to stay woke.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't like that.
Hey, that's some facts.
Y'all stay asleep, because that reminds me why I need to stay woke. You need to, that's a whole situation. I could just go in on that. That's a message. Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. No, so with the winner circle. Tell me, what is that like? What is the winner circle? What does it look like? Is it a coalition? Is it like we meet this time,
Well,
this time?
it's just a group of hungry, driven individuals.
Okay.
My schedule is so busy. I have a lot of things going on because I'm a project manager too. So we meet when we can. As of late, I've been doing just a lot of phone conferencing with people. Just really just doing some pep talks. Hey, keep me abreast of what you got going on. We're going to have another meetup. We're going to come together. We're going to do brunch. You know, because I want to do a mentees brunch for the people that whose lives I've influenced. And I've influenced so many different people's lives. People that I've never even talked to, spoke to, but they know who I am. So I definitely want to put something out and just say, hey, if you've been following me, if you know what I'm saying, if my messages resonate with you, or if I've reached out and touched you personally, you know, the winner circles come together. Let's have something, because I definitely want to start doing something like that, maybe a yearly meetup. Like there's something called the World Domination Summit. I want mine to be kind of something similar to that, where it's people come together, innovators, you know, we just all come together, sharing ideas, giving each other information, because there's always going to be somebody that knows somebody that can benefit you. You got a question that 5 people down the line that I don't necessarily know, but somebody that I know that knows somebody else has the answer to that question. Yeah. And I feel like by bringing those people together, questions are going to be answered. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities are going to be made. And that's what I strive to do, bringing the right people together. And I feel like nothing happens by coincidence. Everything is by design. Anybody that tunes in on Facebook and that's watching this, they're supposed to be watching this. Yeah. You know, so I feel like whoever is meant to be in my path, whoever I'm meant to influence, whoever I'm meant to touch, that's who I'm going to touch.
Yeah, I agree.
How would you say anybody weed out the wrong people in their life? Like, how do you find your team?
Or do you even focus on the wrong people? You just focus on the right people?
I mean, the thing about it is, it's like, you know how they say flies are attracted to the light? I get a lot of that. And the thing is, it's just like, damn, how do you decipher? Because sometimes they're like, oh, I'm just over here minding my business. And then along comes a spider. And I'm just like, wow. And then me, I'm not naive, but I do feel like people have good intentions, so I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, I'm a little skeptical and always like, okay, what's your motive? But the thing is, I'm big on energy. If I feel a wrong vibe, you know, that's a meme right there. If I feel a bad vibe, I'm out. And it don't take nothing for me to just cut you off. I mean, I can know you for 20 years. And it's just like, as soon as I get that negative vibe, something ain't right, it's just time to part ways. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but we're going to have to, you know, we're going to dab each other up when we see each other out in the club or something, because I can't have you in my, you know, in my circle. Because energy is so big. I have been around broken-minded people that they were broken-minded, their actions were broke, their thoughts were broken, and then their reality was broken. And then when I immersed myself in that type of energy, vibration, I immediately start to pick up their ways, pick up their habits. And then I've had to check myself along the years, like, wow, you acting like such and such, or you thinking like such and such. So people have to be very mindful about whom they bring into their inner circle. Because even though they can be the best person in the world, but the best person in the world might not be the best person for you. Yeah. So it's so important to be very just cautious, you know, about that.
Yeah. When it comes to your mentees, how quick are you to be able to give them the resources, or do you give them the answers? Do you make them go out and look for it? Like, how do you edify your mentees?
Okay, so my whole screening process for a mentor is just different. It's just like, I get so many people that hit me up all the time, hey, can you mentor me? I just gotta feel it. And I will pick you. Even if you don't ask, I'm gonna pick you.
Which is what a mentor usually does. They're like, you gotta learn from me.
Yeah, so it was a little young lady that I took under my wing today, and I was just like, look, I see so much potential in you. I want, you know what I'm saying, it's time to make this money. Let's take your dream to the top. So it's just, but anyway, I'm veering off. But yeah, it's just, when I find these people, I mean, the answers, don't come immediately, because I always tell people Rome wasn't built in a day. And a lot of times, even people when I do decide to work with a mentee and I'm like, hey, here's an opportunity, you're going to, pay your dues. But don't get discouraged, because sometimes people they don't recognize an opportunity if it doesn't have a dollar sign attached to it. I say, I want you to see the value in this opportunity. I want you to see the doors that this opportunity will open for you. I want you to think about the people that you're going to come in contact with, because sometimes connections are priceless. Mm-hmm. You walk in a room and you rubbing shoulders with Tillman Fertitta, that's a priceless connection. You know what I'm saying? And the thing, sometimes people are like, oh, how much money I'm going to make? You ain't making no money. I'm going to put you in some money.
Yeah. That's
how you're going to make your money. And you're going to open your mouth and start using your gift of gab to really sell yourself to these people. So anybody I talk to, they definitely got to be driven. They got to want it. They got to see the vision. And they can't be like, oh, me, and how, like, dollar sign, or hey, Hattie, can I carry a Fendi bag like you? I had to cut a mentee off because she was like, oh, I'm rolling with Hattie, and Hattie better help me get a Fendi bag or something like that. Sweetie, that's not my job to put a Fendi bag on your purse, on your shoulder. Right. I mean, you gotta do the work, but it's crazy. It's a crazy game.
Oh my God.
Man, I feel like people need to learn how to speak the language, because you can be smart, actually know, but if you can't present it the right way, it's never gonna come off.
That's true. Right. Communication is key.
Yeah. And there is also, there's a way when you may want to be in a space, but there is a way to get into a space and maintain yourself in that space. Because you can get there and you could stick out like a sore thumb to everyone else. Yeah. That is one thing that I've loved, like people like Tiffany Haddish. Mm-hmm. I've loved being able to watch her when it comes to seeing her evolution from just a stand-up comedian to who she is now, getting deals. Like now she's doing the kids say the darnest things. She brought that back. Like, that's awesome.
But they did not come at a price though.
No, but what price? What price?
I feel like for a minute there, I would say for a good year and a half, she was really doing the most, just killing her character for as her value.
But was she killing? How was she killing her character though?
Just by doing a whole bunch of ghetto-fied stuff for no reason.
But Tiffany is ghetto.
Of course.
She wasn't killing her character, because Tiffany came into the game ghetto. Tiffany came into the game raw, but what she did was she got around the people as where she wanted to go. She stayed connected to those people, and one of those persons within her industry was Kevin Hart.
But it took somebody to step in to show her how to use her influence to clean it up a little, because she was just going off the Richter scale.
But that's what I was saying. She made that evolution, but she knew where she wanted to go. She did that on purpose. Tiffany had to maintain, because she didn't want to sell out completely, right? There's not gonna lie.
Now we do know you got.
There's a part you gotta sell out just a little bit, not to fake the funk, but you can't be the same person when you evolve. Yeah. But seeing her now, she has evolved. She's still as crazy as she is, but now she's in different spaces that would allow her to be seen more. Now she's in more mainstream movies. She's co-starring with different people. She's getting those Groupon deals. Who wanted to take on Groupon? We all use it. Yeah. But who decided to take on Groupon? She's doing
what other people didn't want to do. Yeah.
And it was a smart approach. But now you can also see the way, even though she's crazy Tiffany, she also knows how to handle herself in certain situations now. And I think that's a part of the process, is if you're going to go through I want to do business, and you also need to learn what it looks like to be in that space, right? Mm-hmm. So that you can maintain that space, so I don't know.
You do have to do a lot of things to maintain certain things. I feel like that's a problem in itself.
That is. Like
you do have to change completely to keep your status.
You think so?
Yes. There's no way you can be the same way and keep your status.
Unless you create your own lane like Oprah.
Yep. She has her own lane.
But who can do that now?
I think it's wide open for anybody. It's waiting for somebody to grab a hold to it. Because I feel like with even Tiffany, once the momentum starts going, you can't stop. It's like the earth is spinning. You can't never stop the earth from spinning. And that's what I feel like they are spinning, and it's no stopping them. The only way they're going to stop themselves is through their own demise. Yeah. But Tiffany is definitely, I don't really follow a lot of celebrities, but she's definitely, creating an amazing lane for herself too, and she's inspiring so many women that feel like, hey, you couldn't be your authentic self on TV. You gotta put a front on and be someone you're not. But she's dispelling all those myths and say, hey, I can be me. I can be ghetto-fied if I want to be. I can be, but she can turn it on and off too.
Yep.
I mean, you know, she knows how to handle herself in different situations,
Yeah.
whatever the moment calls for.
But Oprah's like that too, because but Oprah did hers a little differently. So Oprah came to us more polished. But now that Oprah doesn't have to be Oprah to us, because Oprah has gotten her status, now she's like, okay, now let me tell you who the real Oprah is. Because now, like, her and Gail, they have, like, this thing where they're, like, they do, like, their little girlfriend talk. And I sit there and I'm like, I never knew Oprah talked like this. Like, Oprah's a real black woman. Like, for real. Right? But she did it. She created that lane for herself. She had to function in a certain mainstream lane, which was a little more diverse, a little more white, a little more, you know, mainstream with what it was back then. And now she can be her authentic self. And so I think going back to what we were saying is there is no certain way that you should do it. And so when you're looking for the path to success, you just have to be comfortable in whatever step that you're in.
See, it's so hard for me. Like, I listen to everybody be on such high level and such high statuses. Like, of course, I haven't made it there yet. I probably don't even understand the game for it on that level. But for so many black people who are for us to have so much money to be able to create our own lanes for everything now, nobody's doing nothing.
Yeah. I agree, because I feel like, especially with even in Houston, because you know Houston's a big city, but then the circle is so small. We got enough celebrities in Houston to have enough clout to say, hey, let me tag a different black business owner every day. It wouldn't take nothing from them to do that. If you got to shop a retail store, let Slim Thug post your retail store just for the hell of it. But, and not because, back to that whole opportunity, not having a dollar attached to it. It's like, just help the people, give back, because we are the same people that put you where you are today. These different celebrities. If it wasn't for our support, you wouldn't be a celebrity.
You wouldn't be there.
So give back. But you know who's doing that now? David Banner. He's
been doing it for a while.
He has his podcast, and I think he's off of social media now, and he's going to be plugging every time he films, he's going to be plugging a different black-owned business.
That is awesome.
I think,
like
man,
to
just
see
with
that.
enough people just here in Houston, like, you can literally start your own economic system with everybody right here. We can start our own
Houston has
grocery
so much
stores,
money in
fish
it.
markets, everything
Yeah.
right here, and grow from it.
Coming as an import to Houston, I've been able to kind of see, like, the way that the network here is it's almost a little disappointing, because I expected it to be so much coming from Austin, and there's not a lot of us. You know, our minority count is a little bit smaller, and I've been able to see we're way more close knit than here. I guess because there's so much option, so
You gotta be moving
so much
and grooving.
abundance.
Yeah.
But even those that are moving and grooving, it's kind of like no one wants to.
But then there's no foundational structure either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that, to me, that falls back on the churches, because
That's a
most black people, we grew up in the church.
Yeah.
You're right.
They had an opportunity to lay this solid foundation of brotherhood,
You are so right.
camaraderie, group economics. If we would have went to church every Sunday and they said group economics, everybody, we putting money in this pot and we gonna go open up a grocery store, and everybody that invested, y'all gonna get a part of it, and we gonna teach you entrepreneurship and how to manage your money. Have you ever been to a church sermon? They talking about the importance of good credit. I ain't never been to church and they told me, I mean, unless they doing it now.
Now they're
when
doing
I
it.
was growing up,
Like-
nobody talked about good credit. Getting your credit, starting a business.
No.
Why isn't the black churches educating people? Now they doing it. Back then when I was growing up, they weren't educating nobody.
Yeah,
We were
no.
just going there getting
That's it.
educating on the scripture.
Yeah.
I need more than the scripture to put food on the table. Those words not gonna put no food on the table if you don't tell me how to apply those words in my life and how to make these words help me make money and how to apply that in business.
Yeah.
So I feel like the pastors dropped the ball. You know, it's like they had an opportunity to create unity.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe it was done deliberately and by design.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, why aren't we in a far greater place? Why is it that foreigners come to this country, Vietnamese, Pakistani, and they here for 5 years and they own gas stations, but we've been here for 200
They
plus
on a
years.
whole block.
You know what I'm saying?
It's enough churches here for nobody to be homeless in Houston.
But you know, it's
Yeah.
our churches though. Catholic churches in the community. Jewish mosque, all them.
But even in the community,
they're fluctuating. They're influencing the community. They've always influenced the community. They've influenced economics. It's our churches that have dropped the ball.
Even just with their churches, we can automatically eliminate all our churches. Just with all their churches, there's still enough money for them to create a homeless shelter for nobody.
But they
to be
do that.
homeless
But the thing is, they do that. They don't put their name on it. We don't want to do it unless we can put our name on it. Unless we can say Saint Missionary some did this church. If we can't have that much clout and control, then we don't want to invest in it. And that's where the ball has been dropped. It's a personal ego boost. Yeah. But these other churches and denominations are putting so much money in our economy and doing so much when we had like Harvey and relief and stuff. And they were like, no one really needs to know.
Yeah, even with the homeless people, it's one thing to build a shelter, but education is key.
Yes.
Education will empower the
rehab
people.
And put them back
and
on
I
the
feel
street.
like I can just spin this in so many different directions. We have abandoned our work source here, and we've outsourced everything to Asia. The Chinese are getting wealthy. We're creating more Chinese millionaires than anywhere else. And I feel like if we brought those resources and started creating things in America, start training these homeless people, start training felons, start training people that's in prisons and educating them, and we create a workforce and where we're bringing factories back to America, and we're bringing in jobs back, and we start making America a place where people are ordering goods from America, made in America. Bring the made in America back instead of the made in China. Because we can compete with the global market, because we're giving so much power to these other countries, and we're totally relying upon them for everything. Everything that we eat, that we wear, shoes, is coming from China. It's coming from overseas. Nothing is made in America anymore. And we're removing the power from the people. We're turning us into a society that is totally dependent on everyone else for everything that we need. And it's going to take a really horrible turn one day if we don't get it together.
Well, they're already saying that we are looking at the economic banks and different funding sources are saying that we are looking at possibly another recession due to what's been going on. And I don't know, during the last recession, it hit a lot of people hard, especially a lot of entrepreneurs. But then you also saw a lot of small businesses coming out of that too. Yeah. With situations like that, where does the winner's circle, is there a support, or is there something that kind of prepares you guys for that?
Just from what you're just saying now, I think we should come up with some sort of recession-proof group where we are preparing for the recession if it does in fact happen. Whereas we are a group of individuals, collectively businesses, and saying, hey, as soon as the recession hits, we're spending our dollars amongst us. Because even if everybody else hungry, we always gonna be eating. Yeah. We gotta look after our own.
That's where it starts.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta start taking care of home first. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because we ought to be recession proof. No black-owned business should even feel the pitfalls of the recession. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, hey, the recession here, we got to go down to Mom and Pop, Uncle Joe's barbecue shack and, make sure we supporting him and, so that he can be able to feed his family so they don't go out of business. So we got to really step up to the plate when it comes to support if, in fact, that does happen.
But see, that's the thing. That's one thing I hate about our community. We have people doing things, but just because I see him, I seen him Thursday, he was driving a brand new car. He went over here and bought this. I'm not finna go buy nothing from him.
Yeah.
They're going to do that all day long. Just because they see you starting to change, come out of that rut, and starting to do a little bit better, they're going to question everything you do. If I spend this, where is money going? How I know you doing what you say you're supposed to be doing with the money? Nobody questions Walmart.
Yeah.
Nobody questions
Ain't nobody
Target.
Question. I call it the crab in the bucket phenomena, and I tell people stay away from that bucket.
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot. And if you see people like that, you know them, and I would tell them kindly, bro, you on that crab in the bucket shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta switch your mindset up. You gotta get out of it, because some people don't even know they gotta be shook. Yeah. Because they don't even know that they in that trance. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you gotta put people face to face with whom they are. And because a lot of times people don't even speak. They'll see something, they'll observe something, they won't even say nothing about it. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna call you out on your BS. I'm gonna let you know what I have observed, and I'm gonna tell you ways that you can change your attitudes and behavior so that you can be better in life. You know what I'm saying? We got to really start letting people know, and it's all in your delivery, but we got to start opening up, because maybe those people came from a household that they didn't have that structure. They didn't have a mom and dad to teach them. And they're going off of what they were taught. And we're here upset with them because they dealing with that crab in the bucket stuff.
Yeah.
But they grew up in a bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So how you gonna be mad at somebody that a crab that grew up in a bucket? All they know is to pull each other down.
Man.
So then you
Hey,
gotta
that's a
show
real
them, hey,
statement.
listen.
Seriously.
It's not like that. This is how I need to be. We gotta be lifting each other up. This is why. And that's what you call enlightenment. I like to enlighten people, open their mind, open their eyes to what's really going on. This is the real. You could take the information, or you could go the other way, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that.
I do too.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna start hitting people. You must have grew up in a bucket.
Yeah. Really.
Just walk
And I'm
off.
like, what you mean?
I don't know. You just must have grew up in a bucket.
Because you know, you'll be surprised. Because I've like talked to people, even the most like roughest person, like, oh, you talking to them? Are you crazy? Like, some people, you just gotta just really just keep it 100 with them. Like, come on, you know, really, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come together. We gotta work together.
You know what? When you said that's the problem. A lot of people are scared to speak their mind and speak the truth. Like, your friend can ask you a question, but you ain't gonna give him the real answer because you want to be that guy to pump him up. That guy to make sure that he. I hate that, because I'm gonna tell you something wrong in a minute.
Yeah, be honest.
I'm
be
willing to
brutally
lose a
honest.
friend or two.
Yeah.
If you want them to succeed, I think you should.
Yeah.
I definitely think you should. And I also think if you're gonna give criticism, you should also let them know, though, all right, you're doing this right, so let's focus on this more.
Yeah.
You know, I've been reading a book, Strength Finder 2. I have read 1, but I was reading 2.0, and the book was talking about we focus a lot on the things that we're not good at, and we try to make them better instead of focusing on the things that we're really good at and working off of that.
Right.
And I think a lot of the times we try to kind of force our people to try to be better in the areas where they're weaker instead of, you know, uplifting the parts that are strong of them, and then focusing on the weakness.
Yeah, I like that too. Just honing in on your craft, and perfecting it. Yeah.
Because that might be the thing that aligns with your purpose, and that should be the direction that you should go in.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
It's kind of hard though. Because I reason I say that because I like helping people. I feel like that's my passion, is helping people for us talking and connecting things. Because when it comes to, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do a bunch of stuff, but I get bored easy.
Yeah.
When it comes to something, I could be going up on a smooth hill, everything going. But if I'm bored, I don't even care about that hill no more. Like, it's doing what it's do. I'm way back at the bottom again, trying to go back up to the top.
Yeah. Well, what do you do with people like that, though? Because I can be like that, too. I'm the person who's very inquisitive, and so I'll want to learn other things. It won't, you know, deter me from my original goal, but I am a person who I'm like, oh, I want to learn this. Or I can't find the resource, so then I'm like, well, I'm going to go learn myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll be my own resource, and then I get bored with it. I'm like, dang.
It happens so much.
It happens. A lot of creatives, I think we fall into that pit.
Yeah.
Where we're like, oh, let me do this.
Yeah.
And then we become so good at it, and people really think like we really studied it. And it's like, no, I just took some time and played with it.
Exactly.
But it's like, how do you get those people to kind of hone in on one thing? Or do you get them to hone in on one thing? Is that...
I just tell people, just go with what feels right. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done so many different things in life, and I feel like that makes me a fulfilled person. Because have you ever met someone that stayed on a job for 50 years and that's all they know?
Yes.
I don't want to be that person.
He's like, yes.
I'm not trying to be that person. I mean, kudos to you. I know people. I have a friend that's an attorney. He's been a lawyer for over 25 years. He hates his profession. So it's just like, I don't think that, it's just like, we don't eat a bowl of rice every day. Could you imagine eating a bowl of rice every day for the next 50 years? You want variety, right?
Thick and unhappy.
I think we do need variety when it comes to professions or hobbies, just things to just kind of keep the mind going.
Because you do get burnt.
Yeah, because there was a study on people that drive, truck drivers. They are bus drivers. They do one route every day, and it does something to their mind. It rewires their brain. And so just imagine doing the same thing every day, all day. You're gonna lose your creativity.
Man.
So I think these creative impulses we have, it helps us to really perfect our creativity. That way you can do something and you've never done it before in your life, but people think you're an expert at it.
Yeah.
Because you're perfecting your skill. You're a creative person.
Yeah.
It's hard to find your passion. People don't even know how to find their passion. They like so many different things. Like, do I really want to stick with this for the
I
rest
know what
of
I'm
my
passionate
life?
about. I just never saw myself making a full-blown career out of what I'm passionate about.
Okay. What is that?
Music.
Music.
I live, breathe, eat, sleep. I could talk it.
Now, you want to know
all
something
day.
crazy? Now,
Music all
as far
day.
as it when it's positive, it get boring to you. Now, if you want to do some sinful stuff, it'll be exciting all day long forever.
Because I think a lot of people love living on the edge. People
I
love
agree.
to do it.
That edge is really what people run to.
Because, you know, folks over there climbing Mount Everest knowing they could die. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
Jumping
cliff.
out of plane.
I do
but
jump
they do
cliffs
it anyway.
for fun.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah, I'm that
just, you
person.
like, dang, there is a 50% chance I could die doing this. The bravest people in the world to me are Olympic gymnasts. They're jumping up, doing. I'm like, okay, you know, you got a 50% chance you're gonna fall and break your neck or something, but you still do it anyway. You're a brave soul. You know what I'm saying? It's like you living on the edge.
Yeah. I don't want to live too far on the edge though. I don't. And I know I have it within me because I am such a go getter that I'm like, oh, yeah, let's try this today. And it could be my last day.
But maybe live on the edge when it comes to something that you're passionate about. So if you want to be a singer, live on the edge. Do something crazy that you've never done before. Like go to Times Square and just do a live, start singing with a, you know what I'm saying? That's when I say live on it, just do something that you would have never.
But you know,
different. You know?
I have that personality though. Like
Yeah.
I do that. Like when I was my first time in New York, I was like, man, I love it here. I literally would I sang in the subway. It was so funny. I just started singing in the subway. And everybody was like, do you live here? And I was like, no, I just always want to do this. This is fun. But I mean, I do music. Like, so I travel and I do background and stuff. But like, as far as like making it a full career for myself, I just never, I was like, no, I'm passionate about it, but I don't know if I could do that.
So it's just not, but you love to do it. Yeah.
But see, you can reach a level, then you get uncomfortable. Like you could go up so high now, that level is so uncomfortable for you because you can't live your normal self.
Yeah.
Like I like being in the space where I could just be a loner. You know, do my own thing.
But
still
is
go
that
to
good for
Walmart.
entrepreneurs?
I feel like it works best for you.
So, but don't you have to compartmentalize yourself as an entrepreneur if you are a loner? Like you have to have a part of you that has to be out there.
outgoing,
Definitely.
Yeah,
And then you
definitely
have to have that part where you can be alone and kind of study. I was watching the Bill Gates little mini series that they have on him right now on Netflix, and he does that. He has a thing called Think Week, where he goes for a whole week by himself to this little cabin in the forest by himself, stack full of books, and every thought that he's been thinking over the time before he got there, he actually can sit and flesh them out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
I imagine the type of thoughts coming from Bill Gates.
Jesus, they said he's a walking computer. Like he literally is the computer. Like he is the processor.
Wow.
Like he literally is constantly going. But then he had to like have a whole week. Imagine being a whole week having to go through months worth of thoughts.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a lot of thoughts to go through.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry.
But I definitely feel like we could pump ourselves up just back on the winner circle thing. I think we control the value of our dollar.
I think we
Definitely. It needs to be more unity.
Yeah, that's
amongst
what you were saying.
Yeah, more unity. And I think it's just like anything. It's like it spreads. Once you put it out there, somebody's gonna grab hold of it and catch it. You know, like a yawn. They say a yawn is contagious. You start talking about it enough. You start putting it out there into the ethos. In cyber world, and people start saying, oh, this winner circle, this thing for unity amongst, supporting small businesses. It don't even have to be black business. It could just be small businesses.
Yeah.
Making small businesses recession proof, because those small businesses are going to be the ones that take the biggest hit if a recession does come. So we need to make small businesses recession proof and start going around, hey, let's make sure we're supporting these mom and pop companies.
Yeah, I think being proactive instead of reactive are definitely.
Yeah.
I love that. So can you tell us how we can find the winner circle? How we can we get a part of the winner circle?
Yeah.
Can KickN IT be a part of it? Because
Sure,
this is an empire.
Hey, I love it. Definitely. You mean as far as how to find?
How do we find you?
Okay.
How do we get a part of that? Is it like a
what-
secret society?
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is a secret
It is a
society.
secret society.
It is a secret society.
You got to be about your business. I can say that. Like you
Yeah.
got to show some effort to actually even. You ain't gonna talk to nobody if they can't see that you actually taking the steps and doing something. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
nothing gonna be given to you.
So one thing I'm working on is to charter a private jet to Costa Rica on a villa, and it's just like I've been planning it out for the past 2 years. I'm just like, okay, invite whoever's invited to the villa in Costa Rica. They part of the winner circle.
Yeah, I like that. That's on some Oprah stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have your stuff together.
So how can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at Hattie The Great. So Hattie The Great is personal and business. It's all meshed together because I consider myself to be a brand. So people are like, Hattie, you know you're doing this. I'm promoting everything on my Hattie Instagram page, Facebook, Hattie HTG, and I'm currently working on my website.
Nice.
She got a lot of great things. I'm telling y'all.
I
Y'all better
know.
get in contact
I know.
and stay following. I'm telling you.
I know. Do you have anything, like any events or anything coming up? Are you speaking anywhere?
I do have a speaking engagement on the 8th. I need to get that information up. I just opened up a spa as well. It's called Word of Mouth. It's in downtown Houston. It's a skincare spa, wellness, holistic, and we're not big on advertising because it's all word of mouth. We feel like the right people are going to come because we're big. It's one of these spa where you walk in, you're going to feel the zen as soon as you walk in.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Anything holistic, anything
Yeah.
like
Yo.
good for skin.
She's been doing a thing for a while, man. She started, if people don't know, the naked sipping paint thing.
Yeah,
Really?
She started that.
And that was something I started doing it, and I'm like, okay, I'm like you. I got tired of it. My email box is like blowing up every day. People want to just have parties. I'm like, okay, I need somebody
I
to
wanna
pass
have a
this torch
party.
to.
Just bring a naked man, I can
Yeah.
paint him. Yes.
Yeah.
Turn around.
It's
I love
pretty
that.
big though. It was good though. Like,
Yeah, it was fun while it's, and I'm all about doing epic things. Like I have an idea and it has to be epic. I'm gonna launch it, line around the corner, people coming to the party. I'm like, all right, I came, I saw, I conquered. On to the
Yes,
next.
I love that kind of stuff. That's dope.
big stuff.
That's dope.
But again, thank you, Hattie, for coming. You know,
Thank you
great
for having
interview again, great conversation. But we finna hop into this mix, let you go, and then we'll be back with y'all.
All right, thank you guys so much for allowing me to come on the show. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you for kicking it with us.
You're kicking it with G on your favorite station.
The perfect station.
92 KELZ, the only station with new music, new artists, new sound.